Hello everyone and welcome to the second custom we are running here over at Minios. Yes, I say I'm just doing it for fun, as I said last week, funnily enough. And this is a little bit of a delayed start to the game because I had some technical problems again. Better to get the technical problems out now than it is to leave it, I guess, and then struggle with them when we do start the third tournament, which we will do. Anyone that is new to this, the current champion select screen is a bit shoddy. I know. If you can see, last week Team 2, which are the red side, they won, so they have the eye. We're doing it in a kind of tally chart style, so obviously in actual competitive play we will only have best of fives. So from best of fives, you know, it'll only go up to 3 because that's the highest you can go in a best of 5. So we don't have to worry about spacing. But for the custom games, I'm probably just gonna have it go along down the side of the players, which will be pretty funny. And we have things like that. If we were to, you know, have the actual teams playing from last split, we would have this. But this is not that, because these are just random custom teams, so we can only really go off of what we have. And we'll have a look at the blue side right now. Has Avery from last week, has Lodge, Jessica, and the odd one, formerly in the last tournament, Boy Lloyd of Eggy Bread, who was their jungler, and those three are new, but Quotient was Malphite on Team 2 last week, and Avery was Sivir on Team 2 last week, both of who won. And we have a look at the purple side. We have TK Wool, Tokyo Fox, Charlie Wool, Slimzy, and Michael Chongs. And interestingly, 3 of those 5 were on Team 1 last week, who did lose. But then we also have Slimzy from In God's Name We Feed of the Winter Split, and Michael Chong's out of Shoryuken, who was their AD carry, and AD carry hasn't actually been picked up yet for the purple side, so we have to assume he's going to be on that. We have a quick look at the bans. We have a Sejuani, Relia, and Nasus coming out from Avery. Clearly doesn't want to face any of those raid bosses. Nasus is a pretty massive raid boss, in the fact that he can just wither you and then, you know, you cry for about 3 seconds, or you can't really move, and he just Qs you, and then you QQ. Sejuani with that crazy team fight, and Aurelia just, if she gets ahead, is just annoying. And then Slimzy's also mad on Aurelia, so probably, if he knows how Slimzy plays, I guess he probably wanted to take that away, but I don't know if it is, because this is kind of not at all constructed. Then we have on the purple side, the bans were Karina, Vi, and Jarvan. Again, I don't think those were particularly target bans, unless the Vi is the ban at the odd one. Or, I'm just going to call him Boy Lloyd, because I really don't like the fact that he has the odd one as his name, because, you know, the odd one is an actual entity in League. But the Jarvan is definitely not a ban to him. I'm not 100% sure who that was going at, but yeah. Have a look at the teams right now, and we do have what looks to be the final idea of the team comp coming out of the blue side. And we have Jinx, AD carry, Malphite mid, I think, Volibear in the jungle, Morgana support, and Kennen top. And that's a interestingly heavy kind of AP team. If the Malphite is mid, I have to assume he is, because he doesn't have the TP, which the Kennen does, and, you know, generic kind of TP top meta right now. So yeah, I'm going to assume the Malphite is a mid lane Malphite, which is really, I'd assume, weak right now, because the DFG is gone, so it's not really in a good position. But I guess, well, maybe we'll see him bring it out and do something crazy with it. He pulled out quite a few. He was the only person exclusively in the Winter 2014 split to bring out Vega, and he did really well with it, especially in playoffs. Like, they didn't even let him play it when they faced Lee Syndrome, and when they faced, In God's Name We Feed us, they 2-0'd us both times on the Vega. So he's having a good run on it. We have a look at the purple team right now. We have mid lane Yasuo, TK Wall playing that. Tokyo Fox bringing out Braum for, I believe, no, he played Thresh last time, my bad. Darius out Charlie Wall instead of that Riven, but still top lane. Slimsy on Skarner, someone we haven't seen yet, and someone we didn't actually see in the Winter 2014 split either, and then Graves ADC. Hmm. And we can just quickly talk about the bot lane matchup. We have Morg and Jinx versus Braum and Graves. Now, I know Avery to be a very, very good Jinx, and I was surprised he didn't bring it out in the first game, actually. But yeah, he's a very prominent Jinx player. He's pretty much glided to plat with a super mega death rocket in his hand. So I'm expected to see something big from him anyway. And then as for Michael, he did play better than I expected he would in the split. Like, he was a standout for me in terms of AD carries, especially in Group B. But it wasn't enough because his team did end up going 1-5, and I didn't see him on the Graves. I believe he picked Ezreal three times and lost twice and won once on it, and he brought out the Vayne three times and lost all three times. But that said, I would argue his Vayne is actually better than his Ezreal, because when we faced his Ezreal, we absolutely stomped him, and he was missing everything like left, right, and center. Whereas every single game he played Vayne, he had a massive impact. Even when he brought Vayne out against my team, I believe he was like one of the only reasons why Shoryuken were not just kind of rolling over and dying. Um, and interestingly, we can kind of see from the purple team some roster swaps is the wrong word, role swaps, particularly Tokyo Fox being a jungler, Slimsy being a top laner. I assume it's just because of the way that pick order worked out. They ended up taking, we have Skarner jungle. Skarner someone we haven't seen, I don't believe, in any of the tournaments. I'm not particularly sure I've seen him in a long time myself. But that said, he is being met by Volibear, who is someone that we saw exclusively played by like Yo Babes in the last tournament. So, the jungle picks are interesting all around. The old one's clearly a Trick 2G fan, and Skarner's hoping to pull. So, well, to be fair, so is Darius actually with the just kind of. I think if we have a look at the kind of the team fight of both teams, it's really difficult to say which one is actually going to come out on top. Oh, my bad. I only actually just noticed that Quotient and Lodge did swap over, so it is actually a Kennen mid and a Malphite top. So Quotient's clearly taking out Malphite top again, uh, twice in a row now. He didn't have the best laning phase against the Riven, which was also Charlie Wall. This is literally a complete like lock up same lane again twice in a row. Should be really interesting to see what goes down, but for now, all I can say is I do have to think that Darius is gonna come out on top in that lane, but we saw he played Riven, who was really strong in the early game, and he still didn't really win his lane. So there's gonna have to see how it weighs up. We have a quick look at that mid lane. We do have Kennen from Lodge and the Yasuo from TK Wall. And this shouldn't be as one-sided as last week's custom was in terms of mid lane. We had Francis Dollarhide, formerly known as Tony Ramirez, on the Nidalee, who was like landing every spear. I think I don't even know what his spear rate was in that game, but I know it was crazy. And Morgana in the mid lane, who she didn't do poorly, but she just didn't do as well. She didn't carry by any means, whereas the Nidalee was like had the team in the backpack, was like dashing spears like no man's business, just trying to kill everything. Had pressure all over the bottom side of the map, and allowed their jungler. I think their jungler was Udyr, I think. I may be wrong. Yeah, I was right. It allowed Udyr to just kind of be like, "Oh, jungle is mine. It's mine. Okay, cool." And the enemy jungle had no say in anything, which was actually Nautilus. So I'm unsurprised by that. A quick second while I try to sort out the sound because it's really loud for me right now. There we go. I don't want it completely gone, but I do want it kinda gone. I just have to quick look at the stream and make sure everything looks okay. Everything does seem to be in working order. And now we can go. Right, so I think I've kind of neglected the jungle matchup right now. We do have Volibear and Skarner, something I've actually never seen in action. Something I don't think I've ever played in. I don't think I've ever kind of spectated either, really. I don't really know how this is going to go for either of them, but I do know. I know a bit about the way Volibear wants to work, and I'm pretty sure that the cookie cutter style that comes from Skarner, as it usually does, will be fine. And we do have an invade coming out here, and it looks like Tokyo Fox has got caught up there. Flipped after that Dark Binding and First Blood over to the odd one. The 0DD0NE. I should just call him that, because, you know, I don't want to get copyright raped or anything. And, you can hear the... I don't know if you guys can hear it because it's pretty quiet. It would probably be a lot quieter on the actual footage, but for me it's still pretty loud because these headphones are like crazy loud. I didn't even assume they would, you know, be this like loud, but it's cool. The mic quality I hope is actually a lot better. It sounded a lot better when I did some tests, so hopefully that's all fine and dandy. Just have Braum here licking his wounds after getting that First Blood. Just like, it was worth it. It was worth it. I got a pot, maybe. No, actually, I don't think I did. But still, worth. I got to go base. You guys didn't get to go base. I'm just gonna have a quick mess about with that. Get everything in working order, and yeah. So. Something I kind of wanted to talk about the jungle matchup and didn't really get a chance to because, you know, Jess had to get that 1 minute action in. Take some early harass too. Volibear really wants to camp a lane early. Like, he has really good ganks, and as we saw, he started flip, which it kind of hurts his clear. And ow, that is a lot of damage coming out there from Charlie Wall onto Quotient there. Taking that early lead that I thought he would have taken last week, but clearly he's learned from his mistakes and really is just going to stamp down onto the Malphite and try to assume control anyway. Took a little bit of 3 harass there for no real reason, but Charlie was he's not too mad. Look at the CS difference right now. He's got 7 CS up onto the Malphite, but it's pushed now, and all he can really do is try and get that Q off and try and get some damage out here and try and not allow Malphite to catch up, which we can see he is doing. He's now caught up almost. He's just 3 CS down. And we have the odd one coming out here on a gank, and TK Wall does get out of that. A flash comes out and then the ignite goes down, and that is not... Nah, it looked like he was going to get out of it, but the flip was too much, and the odd one picks up a second... Oh, he didn't get that. Lodge did get that, but he gets that assist. Flipping for kills, I guess. Meanwhile, we just kind of... Skarner doesn't really want to be anywhere right now. He just wants to be in his jungle farming. He doesn't want to get any presence out. The Volibear is definitely ahead of him in terms of effectiveness early. But, we'll see. It's 2-0 right now on a stable 1k gold lead on the side of Team 1 here. Kind of coming out also in the terms of CS. Tokyo Fox getting binded up there, and Avery gets a little bit of damage, but leaves it for now. It seems he's just gonna let it go. Michael is down CS by 7, and ooh, there comes that hook from Charlie. Gets a bit of damage out there onto Quotient, but takes a turret shot, and that makes that trade not that effective for him. We're just gonna come back to the bot lane, and CS is still in that favor of Jinx. Dodges the Q there from Braum and gets hit by another dark binding. Jess is really landing some nice bindings here. Charlie will taking a lot of damage up in the top lane. Well, he's got the minion advantage, but now it's a 2v1, and I think he knows it's over. All he can really hope for, yeah, he had to do that, make it somewhat worth for himself, and he could get away here. If he actually does get away from this, I'm gonna be amazed. I don't actually think, oh my. The flip coming out there from the odd one, but he's now under the turret. Will he die to the turret? I think his passive just got procced, and that was it. A nice try to engage there on the bot lane, but the flashes were out there from Jinx, and everything was fine. Michael got a bit too cocky and did try to go and flash in for the kill, but it didn't really work out for him. Now we're just here in the mid lane. No one has their ults yet, and on a Yasuo, and that was really bent. Well, Yasuo and Kennen, I don't really think we're going to have any real, like, proper action until we hit 6. But, actually have a little look at the CS standings. Both of them have gone back, and we can see that the goal, or the current CS lead, is in favor of Yasuo, but a kill onto Lodge because of the gank out of the odd one earlier on in the game, like literally about like 3 minutes ago or so. Did get the item advantage onto the Kennen, onto Lodge there. But his build path is confusing me. I don't really understand, is he going for a Haunting Guise, or is he going for a Seeker's Arm Guard here? Or did he just want to bear both? And as I said, there you go with Slicing Maelstrom comes out from Lodge, and another gank from the odd one. And will TK will get out? No, he takes a Q to the face, and that is the end of that. 0-2 right now, and we do see he does finish off that Abby Blade, but I'm not sure if he can really farm it up in that lane. Jess is a little bit out of position here, but she seems to be fine. Lands a Dark Binding, drops the Corrupted Soil, and leaves it at that. Braum walks away. I think they knew that the odd one was about, and decided against trying to fight it. We're currently at 4-1 right now, and the gold lead is still roughly about 1k in the lead, and there comes that flip out from Tokyo Fox. The Flame Chompers just missed there, and the odd one takes that with the bite. Is that going to be a dragon though? I'm not 100% sure. It should be a dragon. They could easily take it. I still don't actually think that Slimzy is level 6 yet, so he can't really do much here, and well, I mean, I'm not 100% sure who would win in the sustained 1v1, because I know that Skarner does have quite a bit of damage, but, you know, the other one's pretty tanky, and there comes that. The Ignite does come out pretty early from TK Wall, but he just gets blown up there. The ulti coming out there from the Volibear, and then he just kind of takes too many attacks and thinks, okay, I'm gonna be fine here. I'm gonna land my my knock up, and then nope. Getting dunked there is the Malphite. He's really behind. This is a completely different story from what happened in the first game when Charlie Wall was on the Riven. He's now 30 CS up. He's 2 kills to effectively none because of the fact that the only kill that they got in the top lane went on to the Volibear. So this lane is his right now. I don't see any way Malphite's going to make some miraculous comeback. He's just got to sit there, take the abuse, try not die, and here comes Slimzy. He's now 6, so he wants to make his presence known on the map, but I don't think it's going to work out for him here. Kennen's just going to E away, and he's going to be fine. I have to say that Jess has landed like a surprising amount of dark bindings even. I didn't think she would land as many as she has them, but I guess Tokyo Fox is making it easier for her. Maybe she's just like, maybe he's like, okay, it's fine, we'll let her hit a couple on me. That was an interesting WQ there from Tokyo Fox. Didn't really work out for him, and damage coming out there from the Charlie Wall on that W. Does miss the E, but he landed that E that maybe would have been a lot. We would have been able to force the Malphite out of the lane, but Ooh, a lot of damage coming out there. The W from Avery gets quite a lot onto, and Michael Chung's does burst the collateral damage, but it doesn't do anything for him. And Jinx picks that up, kills across the board. We do see Lodge did pick up Slimzy in the mid lane, and that means that both mid and bot have substantial advantage now. There is a 10 CS deficit in the mid lane, but 3 kills onto Lodge over 3 deaths on TK Ward mean that that 10 CS lead doesn't mean anything. He's sitting there on double buffs. He doesn't really have his ult yet, but if he just lands like a Q, his 5th auto attack and W, and that could actually be a free kill, just like there was a free turret there down in the bot lane. Unsurprisingly though, the Brorman Graves combo isn't really working out for the bot lane on Team 2. And with all that action going down, only at the 10-minute mark, we have a 3.74, I'll just say 4k for the sake of saying it, K gold lead right now on Team 1's favor. Most of that gold's actually on the Volibear right now, who's just standing there being BM as hell. But he has good reason to. The unstoppable force comes out there from Quotient. Slimzy comes in, does his ult, and doesn't really work out for him. And it looks as though the flip comes out, and that's going to be a double kill. 603 on the Volibear there. They're just going to push that wave out. I think he's just disrespecting. Okay, I was going to say maybe they're going to try and take this turret, push that gold lead a little bit further ahead. They're almost 5k gold. Why not make it 6 with the next turret? TP coming out from the Darius there, but I think that must have been a misclick. I don't see why he would have rather go to the minion. If we have a look at his turret, that might be why. He must have thought that if he TP to his turret and they killed it, then it would have been a waste, but Odd One's sticking up here. He wants more blood. Lodge comes up, lands the Slicing Maelstrom, and that is another 3 kill onto the Kennen here. 4-0-2. And I'm just going to make it known right now that if I was Team 2, I would not want to fight at all. I would just refrain from anything. Darius was their hope at winning a team fight, and he has been pounded to the ground right now. Like, the Volibear and the Kennen have just been like, we've got your number. and we're you know, we're gonna exercise the fact that we can call that number. And get plenty of kills on you. And Slimzy's trying to fight Jess here. His team's kind of backing off because Quotient's around and Tokyo Fox makes that ult there, but I'm not 100% sure it worked for him. It looks like the Soul Shackles is going to lock up on that, and that is a first dragon of the game goes over to Team 1. Slimzy gets picked off by 4. He couldn't really do anything there. He did have his flash, but I guess he just didn't want to burn it. Now, preemptive flash there. The flash unstoppable force there from Quotient, and that is 2 kills on the side of Team 1. The Flame Chompers catch Charlie, and he goes down too. That is 3-0 on that fight there, putting the total gold, or the total gold lead is now what, 8k almost, and 7.5k in the lead of Team 1. And just look at, like, it is really difficult to to see. Malphite has had bad scores in both games, but he's been on the winning side on both games. 0-2 and 8. He's acting like he's a support right now. And in the last game, I remember he lost his lane pretty damn hard because he just wanted to roam, and he ended up going like 0-4-5 or something. But, you know, he's clearly doing something right because he's one of 2 of the only people to be on the winning team. Other person being Avery, who's now 3-0-5 on the Jinx. I'm surprised he doesn't have a larger CS lead though right now. I guess that just says something to Michael's resiliency here. Picks up the BF sword on the Graves and is like, I'll still fight you, I don't even care if I'm O2. Quotient and Charlie Wall just kind of having the auto attack war here, and the Slicing Maelstrom from Lodge there gets a lot of damage onto TK Wall. Slimzy goes really low from the Odd One fighting him there, and that's a double kill out for Volibear. Lodge gets shut down by Michael Chong's though, but this could... I'm not sure how this is going to really go. Ooh! Super Mega Death Rocket picks up Tokyo Fox from across the map, and this is going to be the third... Oh no, they haven't taken the top turret, my bad. It's going to be the second outer turret of the game for Team 1. Have Charlie Wall here like, can I make a play? I don't know, I don't really think I can. It's 20-3 right now. I want to. I'm Darius, I'm big, I should be able to, but I'm just going to let them take this inner turret and leave it at that. I don't want to die. I don't want to make it 21. What's 9 plus 10, I guess. Now, for Team 2, I'm not 100% sure what they can really do. They have a colourful, yeah, very colourful kind of death rate here. 04, 05, 04, 24, 13. And then we have a look at the other team. They have a pretty colourful kill rate. 10-0, 6-1, 4-0, 007, James Bond. I never thought I'd say Jess is James Bond, but okay, I'll go with it. James is Jess Bond, boys. Jess Bond. There we go, Jess Bond. I'm sticking with that. Make that a hashtag or something. Deservedly so, she's been landing quite a few dark bindings. Although that was in the lane. I should probably still giving her credit for that because I haven't seen her land many in the team fights so far. Oh my, and Michael Chongs gets caught out here by the odd one and it looks like he's going down. That damage. 1108. He has 19 out of 21. He's been in 19 kills in the 21 kills of his team. Which is crazy. He's essentially been he's participated in every kill that hasn't been in the bot lane. Essentially. Which is mental. There's 3-man unstoppable force there. Slice and Maelstrom gets everyone. Super Mega Death Rocket picks up a double kill. And Lodge picks up the scraps that was Slimzy. And that is going to be an inhibitor turret there for Team 1. 24-3. 4 turrets to 0. Over 10k gold lead at just 16 minutes. And the flash fight. Flash fling. Then bite. Quotient looks like to be in a bad position here, but he seems like he's just going to walk it off. And a stun comes out there, and that's going to be Flame Chompers, and Charlie is going down. Lodge 9-1. Jess took way too much damage from that turret. They're overstaying here, but they seem to be confident. Avery's going to have to flash away. TK Wall does get onto him. They do get the stun. Shut down there onto Tokyo Fox. 2-man ult there from TK Wall, but it's not going to mean anything. Lodge is... Ooh! The ult from Slimzy there comes out, and that is going to be still in the favor of Team 1. I'm unsure how that really worked out. I'm just going to say Ken and OP because, you know, like, I say it looked like I was going to say, don't call it a comeback, but, like, that was crazy. I thought it was really going to go in the favor of Team 2 there. I thought, you know, they're in their base, they're just overstaying, they're taking too much damage from the turret. This is clearly going to go in the favor of Team 2, but then Volibear and Kennen are still alive, and Volibear and Kennen are killing everyone, and then it was still not in the favor of Team 2, and now they sit firmly on a 12k gold lead, 28-6. Charlie coming up here in the top lane, he doesn't want to lose that top turret there. He's just like, this is mine, and I want to be dignified. We may have lost all of mid, but, you know, my outer turret is mine, and it is a display of my work, and I'm going to keep it here, because I'm special, and going to do Krugs, and Tokyo Fox is dead. The odd one picking up with that flip there after the Flame Chompers went down, and Slimzy caught out here, gets hit with a W. Seems as though they're not going to go on to it, though. Quotient picks up that turret I was talking about Charlie giving so much of a care about. He seems to not be that fast anymore. Just going to deny vision here. To be fair, there is only one ward in the purple team jungle on purple side because they have no control now. They don't, like, the enemy team don't even need Baron buff here to completely control the map. There is, I said there was only one in their jungle. There's literally only one purple ward on the map entirely. When someone isn't in a lane killing minions, they have no idea where Team 1 are. TK Wall looks like he's just going to go down there. That's just another kill for Lodge, 10-1. Looks like they're knocking on the second inhibitor turret, and they do take that down. Another potential flip comes out here, and ooh, the three-man unstoppable force. The odd one does pick up Darius there. Slicing Maelstrom picks up Skarner, and quickly Tokyo Fox after. And that is another 4 for nothing. This has been the reason why Team 1 are just decimating them, is because their team fight allows them to go in, do a hell of a lot of damage, and then no one ends up dying. No one ends up losing. Because, like, they end up just surviving everything and being fine. And this is why, if we have a look on their scores, I don't think anyone's really died, apart from when they stayed way too long. And, well, there you go, Jess did it again. Oops, she did it again. But, yeah, as I said, it's just overstaying. That's the only reason these guys have died in this whole game. We can see there we have it. End the game. 20 minutes and 9 seconds, or 10 if, you know, the client wants to be special somebody and prove me wrong. But, wow. That was highly entertaining to cast. And it was pretty short, so, you know, my throat's not hurting. I'm not mad. Thank you everyone for watching that. Sorry if I got a bit too loud. And we will be back on Friday. Friday is when we're going to do the next one, because I promised a particular someone that they would be able to play in this game, and then they had to go and revise. So, you know, see you on Friday.